Well, here we are, study guide for chapter 2. This will be the material that we'll cover on Friday and Monday. Let's jump right in. So, a summary of what I would like you to do. One, read through Untitled Chapter 2. It's got a great explanation. It's going to supplement mine between the two of us. Probably get exactly what you need. So read through his chapter 2 carefully, but then never underestimate this. Mimicking native fluent speaker. So YouTube link, I encourage you to listen to this 4, 5, 10, 20 times. You really can't go wrong listening with what he has to say. For Monday, we'll have a vocabulary quiz, the top 15 words in Hebrew. I want you to review your alphabet again, and then I want you to be able to read out loud Genesis 1:1 perfectly. So follow the YouTube videos, follow the transliteration, but by Monday, you want to be able to read Genesis 1:1 just perfectly. So why don't we start together? I encourage you to listen to the expert read, and he's the one you want to mimic, but I know he's very fast, so I'm going to do it slow, but realize that I'm nowhere near as good as he is in this. So what we have is Bereshit, Bereshit, Bara, Bara, very short compounds go there. Lo, you're just getting that holum there. And then Him, Elohim, Et, that's our friend, Ha, and with the Dagesh, this is the word the, Shamayim, Hashemayim, dual heavens, and Et, Va'et, Ha, you can't have a doubling dagesh and a guttural, Haaretz, Bereshit bara Elohim, Et Hashamayim, Va'et Haaretz. Bereshit bara Elohim, Et Hashamayim, Va'et Haaretz. You want to just keep practicing until you've gotten that down. Eventually, we're going to memorize all these verses. Now, we're going to memorize the pointing chart. Nekudot is what it's called in modern Hebrew. And there are different ways to learn this. I've put them all in this study guide. This is the one that makes the most sense to me. Look at mine, look at Futato, look at ones on YouTube. Follow the one that makes sense to you. But you have 4 classes of vowels: historically long, long, short, and half vowels. And they're A, E, I, O, U vowels in Hebrew. So the long A class vowel is, and all the historically long are compound vowels. So Kametze is Ah as in father. Serei Yod is the A as in they, A. Hirk Yod is E as in she, but we're going to call it a long I. A, E, I, O. O as in snow. And then U is the U as in rule. A, E, I, O. They all have the little, carrot top on the transliteration. The long vowels are exactly the same. This one goes to Shurik. But none of these have the compound with them. Pronounce the same A, E, O, U. Historically long. Short, again, we're following modern Hebrew. Slightly different pronunciation between a sere and a sagol. Sagol. This is a slight difference. It as in hit. Now that's tricky. So you've got a long and a short here. And then really tricky here. O as in odd. But if you think about it, and odd, those are very close. And I wonder if originally that's why they're using the same, I don't know. I know that some people, when they pronounce these, will pronounce it more like a long. We're learning the language. We're going to mimic the native speaker, but know that some are going to call it slightly different. And again, you've got short U, rule, and then the compounds are all Shava with the short version. So Hatef, Ptah, Hatef, Segol, just Shva itself, and a Hatef, comments Hatuf there. You kind of have some explanation. Read through that. Again, what makes sense to you. Review the alphabet. This is a different version. This is adapted from Furtado. Go through, if that makes sense to you. This is from another resource. Go through, if that makes sense. But the long and short is you want to get where you can read this. So if we go back to the native speaker, that's kind of what we're shooting for. Imitation's the sincerest form of flattery. This is what we would get.
בראשית ברא אלוהים את השמיים ואת הארץ, והארץ הייתה תוהו ובוהו, וחושך על פני תהום, ורוח אלוהים מרחפת על פני המים. ויאמר אלוהים יהי אור, ויהי אור. וירא אלוהים את האור כי טוב, ויבדל אלוהים בין האור ובין החושך. ויקרא אלוהים לאור יום, ולחושך קר הלילה, ויהי ערב ויהי בוקר, יום אחד.
So we want to mimic what he's doing in our reading, and so go over that over and over again. Try to mimic him as closely as you can. Then on Monday, we're going to have this vocabulary quiz. And if we pull that up, here is a list of the words. I think there are about 300,000, 303,000 words in the Hebrew Bible. The word "and" occurs almost 40,000 times. This is the most used word in the Hebrew Bible, and it's joined with the word, and it means "and." So do well to remember. 23,000 times the word "the." So hey, patah, and if you can, double the next letter. That's how you say the word "the." How do you say "to"? Well, that's le, 14,000 times. It's joined to the word it modifies. Be is in, Bereshit bara Elohim, occurs 11,000 times. Then we get to this fun word, who, which is the Hebrew word, he. And my Hebrew professor told me that Hebrew is the only language where who is he, and he is she, and me is who, and dog is fish. Who is he, and he is she, and me is who, and dog is fish. And then years later, I had a student add the phrase ma, which means what. So who is he is she, me is who, and dog is fish. Ma? What? So that will help you remember this word. Et, and et with a connector is the way that you mark a, well, let's call him a cave. The way you mark the definite direct object. In other words, direct object, if you're familiar with Greek, very important word, occurs almost 10,000 times. Men is from. Atah is you, masculine singular. Haim is they, masculine plural. Ani is I. YHWH is the word spelled out Lord in all capitals. El is two. My Hebrew professor told me that the Israeli airline is called El Al, which means like El Al, going to a place upon this airline. Is how he told us to memorize it. Asher is who or what. Amar is say. We're going to see in Genesis 1 the whole Vayomer Elohim, and he said, and then all is upon. So you want to make sure that you get these words down. And, you know, if there are 300,000 words, look how many you already know by just these words. This is 60,000, 74,000, 85,000, 95,000, 105, 110, 115, 120. You can just see these words will pay you back massively these are the most frequent words. And so please memorize those. And that's what we're going to do for chapter 2. So again, read through Furtado, listen to this over and over, learn these vocabulary words. So that will be the quiz for Monday. And have fun. I'll see you in class tomorrow. Thanks.